Welcome back to The Lead. More now in our politics lead. Some stunning news from Iowa. New CNN poll numbers show Hillary Clinton has gone from a lock to win the Hawkeye state to possibly destined to wake up in 12 days having suffered another crushing loss in that state. Except unlike in 2008, New Hampshire this time might not be able to throw her a lifeline. A CNN WMUR poll there in the Granite State shows Clinton getting trounced by Senator Bernie Sanders from neighboring Vermont by 27 points. CNN senior political correspondent Brianna Keilar is in Nashua, New Hampshire, where Senator Sanders is speaking right now. Brianna, Hillary Clinton has been launching a very aggressive attack against Sanders today.
This campaign is about...
That's right, she has been, and they've been going back and forth. Bernie Sanders behind me right now talking about poverty. He's here in New Hampshire, 4 stops today, trying to shore up support in what is his most likely early contest win. You mentioned that poll right now. He is leading Hillary Clinton, according to that poll, by about 2 to 1. It's a big, big lead here in New Hampshire, and so we're seeing this new volley of political attacks between these two candidates.
It means that...
Hillary Clinton doing something she wouldn't for the first several months of her campaign, calling out Bernie Sanders by name.
Senator Sanders and I share many of the same goals, but we have different records and different ideas about how to drive progress.
In Iowa, painting the Democratic Socialist from Vermont as extreme and unrealistic.
In theory isn't enough. A president has to deliver in reality.
But the once presumed Democratic nominee is fighting off an insurgent push by Sanders, who is delighting in the change of fortunes.
Today, the inevitable candidate does not look quite so inevitable as she did 8.5 months ago.
Taking a page out of Donald Trump's playbook, Sanders emphasizing his standing in New Hampshire polls.
Hillary Clinton defeats Mr. Trump by 9 points. We defeat him by 23 points.
The latest CNN WMUR poll in the Granite State shows Sanders with big leads in hypothetical matchups against Trump and Ted Cruz. Clinton also beats Trump and Cruz, but her margins are much narrower. Sanders is out with an evocative new ad set to air in Iowa Friday, where he's opened up a lead in the latest CNN ORC poll, and a profile in People magazine, where his now wife Jane describes how he proposed to her after a year-long breakup. As Sanders focuses on his softer side, Clinton's email controversy continues to dog her after a letter from an independent government inspector revealed her emails contained information about highly classified defense and intelligence programs. Clinton defending herself on NPR.
As the State Department has confirmed, I never sent or received any material marked classified, and that hasn't changed in all of these months.
She's hitting Sanders on national security, an area where voters give her much higher marks.
Now, Senator Sanders doesn't talk very much about foreign policy, but when he does, it raises concerns because sometimes it can sound like he hasn't really thought it through.
I have the strong belief.
Clinton specifically there, Jake, referring to Sanders having said that he was open to working with Russia and Iran in fighting ISIS in Syria. What was Sanders' retort? He took a trip down memory lane, slamming Clinton for her Iraq war vote that arguably cost her the nomination in 2008. Sanders, of course, behind me. This is his 3rd of 4 events today. Hillary Clinton, despite really trailing him in the polls here, is back in New Hampshire tomorrow. She'll have a full day of 3 events, Jake.